Why do we sometimes act against our better judgment? Why do we repeat mistakes we already know are harmful? Why do our desires sometimes overpower what we know is right? The Qur'an offers a profound answer. The human being is not chaos. The human being is a system. The Qur'an describes several realities that shape our inner life: the Fitrah, the Ruh, the Nafs, the Qalb, and the Aql. Each of them influences how we think, choose, and act. To understand ourselves, we must understand how these dimensions work together. At the foundation lies the Fitrah, the natural disposition Allah created within every human being, a built-in inclination toward truth, goodness, and recognition of the Creator. The Fitrah is not something we invent, it is something we return to. Then there is the Ruh, the life-giving spirit bestowed by Allah. Without it, there is no life. Its true nature remains known only to Allah. But through the Ruh, the body becomes alive. It is one of Allah's greatest gifts to mankind. The Nafs is the source of desires, impulses, emotions, and habits. It constantly pushes us toward what it wants, sometimes toward good, sometimes toward harm. The Qur'an describes different states of the Nafs: a Nafs that commands evil, a Nafs that blames itself, and a Nafs that finds peace in obedience to Allah. The Nafs is not your enemy. It must be trained and guided. The Qalb is the spiritual heart, the center of faith, sincerity, and inner perception. It receives influences. It filters them. It protects what enters the inner self. A healthy heart recognizes truth. A diseased heart becomes vulnerable to falsehood. The condition of the heart shapes the condition of the person. The Aql is the faculty of understanding and judgment. It analyzes, it evaluates, it decides. The Nafs produces impulses. The Qalb filters them. The Aql weighs them and makes a choice. Every action begins with a decision, and every decision begins within. To help visualize these relationships, consider a simple analogy. Imagine the human being as a system. The Fitrah is like the original configuration. The Ruh is the power source. The Nafs generates activity and impulses. The Qalb acts as a filter. The Aql makes decisions, and actions become the final output. This is only an analogy. Its purpose is not to define these realities, but to help us understand how they interact. But what happens when the Nafs is left unchecked? When desires become stronger than principles? When impulses become stronger than wisdom? When habits become stronger than conscious choice? The heart begins to weaken. Clarity begins to fade. Poor decisions become more frequent, and inner restlessness grows. The problem is not the Nafs itself. The problem is an unchecked Nafs. So how do we restore inner order? Islam teaches Muhasabah, honest self-accountability, the willingness to pause and ask, what did I do today? What pleased Allah? What needs to change? Muhasabah leads to Tawbah, and Tawbah leads to growth through consistent action. This is why we created NafsCheck, a tool designed to support your daily Muhasabah, to help you reflect, to help you improve, and to help you return to your inner order. Check. Reflect, act,